Mhm. For every cop in each and every city police department, yeah, mhm, that says that I'm paranoid delusional. Yes. Mhm. That they don't do these kinds of things, that their individual cities do actually report their actual assets and their liabilities. Right. And the CPA firms that they employ to do this for them, yes, would never lie about the actual economic condition of their individual cities. I would remind you, yes, that I wasn't in Swim, Washington. Oh. You have the evidence of that? Yeah. And I wasn't in Jefferson County. Do you have that evidence? Yes. So this thought that I'm delusional for thinking there's a hate crime conspiracy? Yes. Of those that persecute Christians right now. Am I really? Well, do you have the evidence? Now, what I'd like, yes, is I'd like for you to admit the evidence, yes, exonerating me. hmm I'd like to live in a hotel room with my sons, yes, with Marilyn and her kids. Yeah. I'd like to speak to her, yes. So for every corrupt cop, yes, that says that I'm delusional for thinking that you changed your financial statements after you admitted it, yes, to the state auditor's office because you don't use technology to alter anything. Oh, you do. See, you make sure that you get it in before the deadline, the 31st of July. Yes. Then you republished it, making a few corrections. Right. Then you go through the barcode. Yes. And then you change whatever you want. Now, it's not that difficult for an auditor's office that has to go in some sort of chronological order as they go through the audited results. Yes. To realize they won't get to it for 2 to 3 months after you submit it to the. Well, I understand how government works. It's not like you submit it to them online. Right. They assign a barcode to it. Yes. It goes into a queue. Yes. Of audited results that the employees of the government have to look through. Yes. To make sure that everything is correct. Yes. So that they can give their official seal of approval that that's what it says. Yes. See, the whole intent is that you get it in there right now. Then you change it after it's on their server. So if you could get me the actual IP addresses in every computer that has access, right, to the individual auditor's office of every state, yes, I'd like to know how many computers decided that they didn't quite do it right after they'd submitted it to the state auditor's office, made a few adjustments before it was actually reviewed by the state auditor. Yes, yes, because they just could not accept that the auditor's office would visit them in their individual cities. It's not like there's tons and tons of employees at the state auditor's office. You'd have to be a major screw up for them to have to drive out to the city and find out why this is not correct. They don't have a lot of auditors in the state auditor's office. Yes. What they have is a lot of cities. Yes. And when the cities, right now! Oh, the consent of a victim. I've often said that I'm a victim. Yes, I'm a victim of fraud, pooch, felony. Yes, forgery. Right now. False arrest and false imprisonment. Right. But I don't see that on your audited statements. Yes, I don't see my lawsuits on your audited statements. Now, there is some concern, yes, that your individual assets are not sufficient to satisfy, yes, all the lawsuits I'm having right now. See, my personal indignity, yes, the suffering of continued and repeated humiliation and ridicule, yes. Well, I've suffered repeated and humiliation and ridicule, yes. Every time you issued a protection, it's humiliating the number of times. The ridicule of having everyone think that I'm a domestic abuser, that I beat my wife to a bloody pulp. Yes, yes, yes. That I obligated her to have sex with me anytime I wanted. Yes, he does. The whole thought that I had abused my 5 sons, I slapped them around my neck based upon a fraudulent police report that took place on Guam. Now, for all of you that don't think that there is some ridicule and humiliation, yes, in the whole idea right there,